because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is
almost got
up incomplete.
picked.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all
Clean up
over
the tackle.
Attaboy.
Attaboy.
Or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just
another
saw
poor
that on
punt
display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again they run with Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40.
Keep pounding. Keep pounding him.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie,
I don't think that was a hitch route, but whatever.
Zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And he'll be brought down.
Yep, still got the first.
45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Attaboy Reynolds. Attaboy Reynolds.
Inside the 25.
His medium route running is really, really good.
Gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
Oh!
And he doesn't quite make it.
I almost scored. I almost scored on that hit. That ball, he was holding the ball, his hands flew out, and I could have sworn that ball almost crossed the plane.
All three passes have been completions, 1st and goal.
I think on defense now,
look at his arm.
Take a chance. Rely on your scouting, pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
Two big plays in succession.
Now.
Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Goff.
Yeah, you're done.
And it's caught for a Rams touchdown
You're done.
by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that.
All right, D, lock down.
Now Wilson on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Carson.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Wilson ducks him with a grab over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
15 yards through the air and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
It's like 4 against Aaron Donald in one game. That's ridiculous.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone, you get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit it as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again here, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
Dude.
Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that's complete
they got it.
To Croft. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Nice game there.
But I will say one thing that's very difficult to do against us is score when you're in the red zone.
Win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They run it with Carson, and they get him down 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
Yeah, baby, boom!
This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3.
Don't be going off the field yet, Corey.
Down be any different. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves
No
on.
chance.
And not only will he not get in,
No
he's going to lose yardage.
freaking
They
chance.
stuck him back at the 4. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. Throwing now, Goff. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And now it's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Bang! Whoa! Bang, bang! Bang, bang!
Gurley. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On first down, it's Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Whatever.
So
Whatever, Bobby Wagner. You had no
and they did it in
bearing on this game for your team.
Impressive.
Would it be
Your
too
team still got
bland of a
blown out.
statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for L.A., they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching.
+3 man coverage, not bad. This kid's turning out all right, isn't he? Look at him. He's a rookie. He's 72 overall. He's got decent man coverage. And he's got aggressive ball tendency. I mean, that's not bad. All right, David Long, let's see it. I mean, the kid is 82 overall at 23 years old. Not bad. 85-man coverage. Whoo, boy. He's turned into a good little player. Let's check out the old standings. We have still not locked up home field. We have still not locked up home field. It could be the Panthers. The Panthers could still get it. So we have to make sure we keep winning. Let's see. I don't know if we really have anybody else who I'm even interested in. I mean, that's pretty decent. They're 3-11. I'm just gonna sim it. I'm just gonna sim this one. They're 3-11. We're 13-1. Should be no reason why we shouldn't win that game. And of course we lose. We lose by 3 points, and we were at home, weren't we? This game's realistic, isn't it? Now we get to destroy the Eagles. I swear, half the time when I sim these games, we lose. More than half, to be honest, even though we're the better team. Now, before we forget, let's go adjust our sliders. All I did was increase roughing the passer by 2, and it shot through the roof. It never happened ever when I had it at 50. I turn it up to 52. It happens 3 times a game. It's so dumb. And defensive holding never happens. even though in real life it happens all the time. And I have it up at 70. It just does not make sense. Getting through the high end of the draft now. Pretty decent. That's pretty decent. That's not bad. All right, let's check the standings one more time. Yep, Panthers are still right there. We got to win. Although I think the top two teams both get a bye week. I don't think it'll matter. Let's just sim it. I'm not really concerned. Let's just sim it. Because we're going to have the same record. Regardless, so. We're already ahead of them by one game. And we lost. We got blown out 35-10. But whatever. Maybe we'll be facing the Eagles in the playoffs. I don't even think they made the playoffs. We'll be checking all of our end season stats in a moment. We get to face the 9-7 Giants. Ooh, scary. Scary stuff. Let's see. Let's check out our end season stats. So Jared Goff threw for 4,000 yards, had 43 TDs, 8 picks. His completion percentage was 72. Pretty good, pretty good. Todd Gurley went for 1,994 yards, 10 touchdowns. Brandon Cooks hit almost 1,200. 16 touchdowns. Gerald Everett went for 925, which is actually really good for a tight end. 7 touchdowns. Josh Reynolds went for 814 touchdowns. Not bad, not bad. Our defense, Corey Littleton was in first. Aaron Donald and Ebukam both had 12 tackles for loss. Aaron Donald had 23 sacks. Ebukam had 13. Fowler had 6.5. And we go to interceptions. John Johnson only had 2. Michael Lucas had 2. There was a couple that Marcus Peters had that were called back via penalty. Matter of fact, one of them was a touchdown. One of them was a pick six. And Aaron Donald got called for roughing the passer and completely messed it up. So Marcus Peters technically had a lot better year than shows. That shows right there. Deflections. David Long had 7. Had 7 deflections. Not bad. So let's go into the end of the year awards. Andrew Luck got the MVP. Sean McVay got Coach of the Year. Zeke got Offensive Player of the Year. Aaron Donald got Defensive Player of the Year. The Giants had 2 Offensive Rookie of the Years. Wow. And they went 7 and 9. I wonder what position these guys are in. And they had the Defensive Rookie of the Year too? My God. And the Giants were fueled by their rookies, weren't they? Jared Goff got Best Quarterback. Zeke somehow beat out Todd Gurley. Don't know how. Brandon Cooks came in second. Cowboys had 3 of their people. Best O-line, D-line is Aaron Donald. Epicam got in there for linebacker. Nice. And Patrick Peterson on a 14-12 team won Best DB. Makes sense. So let's go ahead and upgrade our people. So Taylor Rapp now has 74-man coverage. I'd like to get it up a little bit higher. Just when we have to have him in the slot or whatnot. 97 injury. 97 injury. That's really good. Marcus Davenport. That power rushing up. His power moves are phenomenal now. 89 power moves. He's got a swim, a spin, a bull rush, and a strip ball. We're definitely going to have to make him a focal point next year. Pass protection, power, agility. Not bad, not bad. He's good at pass blocking. Good at pass blocking. So there you have it. Let's go ahead and play the 9-7 Giants in the divisional round. Golly. I'm just going to smash these people. But you know what? That's who we're playing.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.